Hey, good morning everyone, and welcome to the PivotBoss pre-market video for Friday, July 27th, 2018. Happy Friday everyone. I am Frank Ochoa, aka PivotBoss. Here's a look at the daily time frame of the ES. We continue to see overall strength in the market. We've popped up to new highs here that we haven't seen since the major decline at the end of January. We're holding above the FOMC key level from January 31st. That's the 28-29 quarter. And we're holding slightly above that level. I think that's the key pivot to watch here. Remember, we may be at a cycle high in this chart where basically we see a very clear channel that is played out in this manner, and now we're near or at the upper end of this range, more so than we are from the bottom. And at some point we may need to see a little bit of a pullback. Again, in our trading room we've been talking about the tendency for markets to pull back, generally speaking, in August, providing a great buying opportunity for a great finish to the year. So we'll see how that continues to develop. But overall, keep an eye on 28-29 quarter. That's a key level there. A failure to hold that level could rotate this thing back down, at least short term, and perhaps even a little bit more. But again, until proven otherwise, this market continues to trend higher. So that's why that 28, 29, 28, 30 is very, very important. Alright, let's take a look now at the NQ. You'll notice the NQ has been trending higher as well. A different type of channel. You can see the upper end of the channel about there, this lower end about here, and we've basically been trading up within it. Again, we could be at a spot here where 7,500 could begin to provide some resistance. The 72.75, that zone right there, 7,300. That's the bottom of the current range. That could open up a little bit more weakness, again back towards 70.47. But even then, this market has been very bullish. A pullback of that magnitude would be a buying opportunity. And again, if this market does pull back, it could be, a 1 to 4 day event. Very similar to what we've seen before it just kind of turns right back around and continues higher. Structurally speaking, this market remains bullish as long as basically 7K remains intact. That's the major zone right there. Failure to hold that level would really open up more downside, but this market's been bullish, and pullbacks to that end could be defended until proven otherwise. Alright, let's take a look now at gold here. Now gold has been holding sideways. It's been in a very bearish downtrending market. It continues to hold below 1240, so it never really got quite as high as that level off those 1220s. It is holding in a very narrow range. You can see on a 1-day basis it's narrow, but if I double click here and bring this up to a 5-period basis, you'll notice right here showing signs already that of a compression over the last 5 sessions. And again, this could precede the next wave of volatility, whether it's up or down. I believe that based on the downtrending market here, if there's any failure up here, if we throw off a tail similar to this or similar to that, we could be looking at another round of selling pressure into 1200. So again, given the downside trending behavior here, downside price action, I'd be watching for a breakout to become a failed high, and that could open up another downside move as the market starts to build toward the next phase of volatility. Lastly, let's take a look at XBT. Down 4% today, Bitcoin. Again, this could be the buying opportunity that you're looking for. We had a very big push up here. We got our primary target. And now I mentioned once we got that target that the next pullback could be a buying opportunity for a continuation higher and an attempt at 9,000, perhaps as high as 91.40. That could be the next pullback. And so right now we've seen a little bit of a pullback. We're currently experiencing one now. We're holding above the previous month's high. 8-period average is still below. So really around 7,700 would be great. Maybe a little bit below it. 76 to 7,700 would be nice. But this market has been very bullish when it gets going to the upside, and it doesn't necessarily have to test it before it goes. So right now we're seeing a pullback. Anywhere in this zone between 7,500 and 7,700 would be ideal for a push toward 9K. And again, this market remains bullish until proven otherwise, and the first pullback after a squeeze like that tends to be a high probability opportunity. That is it for now. Let's see how this plays out heading into the rest of the session. Happy Friday, everyone, and please like, share, and subscribe. Have a fantastic weekend, and I'll see you soon.